Road to Resilience, the Birth of Information for Life. Hello, and welcome folks to the introductory episode of Information for Life, Insights and Ideas to Navigate Your World. I'm your host, Daniel Boyd. It's been a long time coming. I figured after getting the 48th episode out there, I should probably do an introductory episode. I'm here to share some nuggets of wisdom, some insights from my own life, and a dash of scientific knowledge to help you find your way in this labyrinth we call life and spark meaningful conversation. My journey to this podcast started with a personal earthquake, a relationship with a woman who, as I later discovered through months of therapy and from the objective evidence, is most likely a true narcissist. It was a whirlwind that left me dazed and confused, betrayed and hurt, especially as I took all the blame, and it came hot on the heels of losing my life partner to liver failure, a tragic culmination of a condition she'd battled since birth. Now, my life hasn't been confined to the trials and tribulations of personal relationships, far from it. I spent a decade serving in the military as a civil engineer, followed by further higher education, and 6 years as a counselor for the Department of Veteran Affairs. These experiences have equipped me with a unique perspective on life and people, a perspective that's steeped in discipline, data, research, empathy, and an understanding of the human spirit's resilience. After years of living in a life blissfully devoid of social media, I was lured back into the Instagram vortex because of that last person, only to find myself neck-deep in a maelstrom of hate and negativity disguised as memes and other posts. And I admittedly responded and fed into it more than I should have, regardless of how true and data-based my posts were. But then, the plot of life took a twist. I had disabled and finally deleted the Instagram account I'd created, and once again swore off social media as the divisively baiting dumpster fire it often is. After the breakup, I found myself teetering on the edge of losing my true self. It was at this precipice that a light bulb went off. After months of expensive therapy, I asked myself a simple question. Why should her opinion matter to me? I know who I am. I have truly lived. Meanwhile, she's a 41-year-old woman, my age to the day, still grappling with her own identity. She's living in fear because of it, and simply hiding her true self to the world out of a fear of rejection. Her narrative is twisted, angry, and hyper-alert, and sadly, a person who a good percentage of people would look up to as an example and follow, not realizing what she hides. I highly doubt her own friends understand, because why would they? People like her only comprise about 2% of the population after all. However, I realized it shouldn't shape my reality, the objective reality. This realization, coupled with some friendly nudging from friends, led me to a new path. It led me to this microphone, to this podcast. My hope is to reach out to people like her before they hit the point of no return, swayed by the world's harshness. After all, who she truly is not entirely her own fault. With a master's degree in science under my belt, I began to dust off my research and writing skills. I started sharing thoughts and ideas I considered commonplace. However, I quickly realized they were anything but. Several friends suggested that I turn these writings into a podcast. This suggestion surprised me. Apparently not everyone has the time, inclination, or attention span to read these days, and those who do, well, they probably already knew most of the stuff I was putting out there. It's uncanny how life is a way of making things happen for a reason. I couldn't shake the thought that the universe, and possibly even my late partner, had brought that last person and I together for a reason, even though I really don't believe in those things, but am open to possibility, since I'm so data-driven. Now I understand why the universe orchestrated our encounter. She needs a transformation to experience actual love versus basic romantic love. Her condition, however, stacks the odds against her, predisposing her to push away the right ones and attract the wrong ones. The universe gave her a chance at transformation, to experience actual love versus basic romantic love. Her condition, however, stacks the odds against her, predisposing her to push away the right ones and attract the wrong ones. Meanwhile, the universe has given me yet another chance to help others, and further cemented my appreciation of the good, healthy, committed, and loving relationships, regardless of whether they are monogamous or not. Witnessing and reviewing that last person's journey has only amplified my gratitude for genuine, solid, committed, and loving relationships, regardless of monogamy or non-monogamy. I wouldn't be with the truly amazing woman I'm with now if it wasn't for that last person pushing me away. Whether or not our current relationship lasts a lifetime, only time will tell. We both have a solid foundation for a lifetime partnership, though. And hopefully, my experiences, combined with the discipline of the military, the insight of counseling, and the wisdom from research, may help guide a few other souls on their journey. So here I am, hosting a podcast instead of scribbling away in obscurity. My goal is to reach out to people who might be on the brink of losing themselves, just as that last person has, and help them find their footing. I've witnessed firsthand how a person can push away the right ones and attract the wrong ones due to personal issues. Ironically, I thought I'd bid farewell to my counseling days, but hey, it looks like the universe had a different script for me. I encourage you to email me directly with questions or suggestions for future episodes at askinformationforlife@gmail.com. One thing I've learned is that the more you know, the more you realize just how much you don't know. So buckle up, folks. We're embarking on a journey of self-discovery, learning, and true personal growth. I hope you'll join me on this exciting adventure. Until next time, this is Daniel Boyd, signing off.